Pretty crisp.
Mm.
It's a whisk crisp.
Ooh.
As Andre 3000 said, that was so fresh, so clean.
Do you guys ever what, Lucas?
What do you guys think the Zack Snyder cut of this podcast would look like? Would sound like?
I don't know. What does 4-3 sound like?
Mono, actually? Like, weren't... In 4-3 era television, wasn't a lot of that done in mono?
Well, mono in that it wasn't balanced for stereo.
Yeah.
Not in that, like, the sound would come out of one speaker, like, on the right side and not on the other side. But yeah, like, in that there wasn't directional sound, like you'd hear something, like a train passing by going from your left ear to your right ear. Mm-hmm. It would just be the sound of a train in the general area. So yeah, I guess that type of mono.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like that.
It'd be 4 hours long. That actually just works. It's 1-to-1. We have like hour and a half long podcasts, so
that's fine.
It'd be 4 hours long, and there would be a 2-hour long sequence of us just arguing about crunchy versus smooth peanut butter.
What?
Crunchy versus creamy, I guess, not smooth.
Is that in Justice League? Is that in Zack Snyder's Justice League?
No, I think the bit is that, like, find ways to pad the time to make it 4 hours long, and for us it would just be a long-winded debate about crunchy versus creamy peanut butter or something.
I mean, we've done similar things.
Yeah, exactly.
We had
but this time it would be longer.
Yeah.
I mean, we had like a 35-minute debate on 1, which was better, and 2, are they different on Pop-Tarts versus toaster strudel? I
was never fighting that hard about Pop-Tarts being better. I was never fighting that hard. I was like, sure, that's a matter of opinion. It was the are they similar where I was like, no, I will not stand for this. You are allowed to think toaster strudels are better. You are not allowed to think they're not similar. That was my stance.
We're not doing this again.
I mean, Zack Snyder cut. Time to do the Pop-Tart and toaster strudel debate. Zack Snyder cut.
Are either of them sandwiches and or ravioli?
I think we did mention, we talked about ravioli and that they're kind of ravioli. They're not ravioli.
Right?
No, what?
All the pieces are
there.
You can't just take one thing that has some like aspects and then say that everything else that has remotely similar aspects are the same thing.
We're not saying they're the same thing. We're saying they're similar.
No,
Pop-Tarts are not ravioli.
Yeah, but saying something is similar is not the same as saying it is this other thing. Saying something is ravioli is saying not even that it's similar to ravioli, not even saying that it's the same thing as ravioli. You're saying it is ravioli. You're saying that there is no difference.
I mean, a Pop-Tart is more like ravioli than it is soup.
What the
I
fuck
agree.
does that have to do with? Yeah, sure.
I agree with Lucas.
Sure.
I think me and Lucas are on the same side.
You're not going to find me arguing.
Pop-Tarts are not ravioli. That's what we're saying.
But they're not ravioli.
I disagree. I'd say they're not ravioli. They're not ravioli. It's not like soup.
Yeah.
Soup is
there
not
are
ravioli.
more than 2 things. Am I either ravioli or soup?
Human beings are not ravioli.
I'm going to kill myself.
You have the vaccine, though. You have so much to live for. You can't kill yourself now. You're immortal.
The skin is the pasta, and the muscle and blood and tissue is the creamy filling.
No.
Right. Ooh. No, there's probably a way to turn.
Were you going to say make it into an Army Hammer joke? That's where I was going.
Oh, I'd go for it.
The Army Hammy. Army Hammy.
Army hammy.
Army Ham.
The Arm Hammy special, as they call it.
Armor hammy.
I think we've nailed this cold open. Hello, everyone. And welcome to Voluntary Viewing, episode 136, recorded on March 21st, 2021. On the podcast today, we have the freshly vaccinated Andrew Clark.
Hey, it's me. I got chips in my blood.
Oh God!
I just love Bill Gates.
Oh no!
He's so innovative.
Johnson & Johnson. You got the one that everyone memes on being the worst, but low key, you don't got to go in for a second dose.
Nah.
Mm-hmm. Also, I saw some stuff recently where like the lower efficacy rate of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is due to it being tested on more variants of COVID.
Yeah.
And that it's designed to build up immunity over time. So like it has like a 70 or 80% efficacy rate, whatever, at like 2 weeks. At 4 weeks it's higher, and at like 2 months it's even higher than that, like that type of thing.
Yeah.
Learning from our ventures into the stock market and figuring out you got to play the long game. I dig it.
No, I bought low, which was free, and I'm going to sell high. I'm going to sell my blood, my vaccinated blood, because then other people will then get the vaccine.
It's like I Am Legend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The movie, not the book. I've heard the book is very different.
Oh, absolutely. Book's probably better. Also on the podcast today, we have a man who is not vaccinated, but is too salty to die, Ryan Holtz.
I'm filled with salt.
Yeah.
He's like a cured ham.
Oh.
An army ham.
Yeah.
God, that guy.
Fuck it.
Oh, mama, there goes that guy.
He's back in the news. Not for good things.
It's never good when Army Hammer gets back in the news.
All he had to do was just have a normal one, and he couldn't do that.
I feel like Army Hammer could have been Homelander. Like, looking back on it now, it's like, I'm sure if they could have gotten Army Hammer,
Yep.
they would have went for it.
Yeah. Knowing what we know now, that maybe would have been more appropriate casting, but
I think the show might have been better with Army Hammer as Homelander. As good as that character is performed or portrayed, I think Army Hammer could have elevated it.
Yeah. I mean, what's the guy's name? Starr? Is it Nicholas Starr?
Yes.
Something Starr?
Jeffree Star.
No. Jeffree Star. Yeah, he peaked when he played Stray Man in Anti-Dynasty Wheelhouse of Fun. Unfortunately, he will never equal that performance.
Unfortunately. And then lastly on the podcast today, we have me, Lucas the Writer. I went for my first 5-mile run of the year and wish I could die.
Yeah, I saw your tweets.
Yeah. It hurts.
Did you live tweet running 5 miles?
Before and after.
Ah, damn.
Got to keep it
Yeah,
moving.
I saw the thread and I clicked into it really hoping that you were like live tweeting it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 1.8 miles in right now. Stepped in dog shit.
2.3 miles, and the business end of that box truck is starting to look very appealing as they pass by.
Mile number 4. Really should have pooped before doing this. Regretting that.
Once again, that's not a thing, right? I remember you told me about cross-country people that would defecate themselves during a run. But
we didn't know anyone that shit their pants while they were running.
Okay.
We did know plenty of people that would just pee while running. Not like they would stop. Not that they would like pee themselves a little bit. They would just, while running, never stopping, never breaking pace, just let it all go.
Just full on. Yeah. I never got that because for me, exercising like activates the parasympathetic nervous system where like it shuts down everything except for the essential like get the blood to the muscles systems, and never once. So a lot of times immediately after finishing exercising there is an urgent call, but never during that. So I've never understood that. I guess cross country is a long game.
Yeah,
it's a long haul.
I don't know if this is normal though. I think it's more common in cross country than maybe some other sports, but
right.
Yeah, absolutely not a most people do this type of thing.
I mean everybody doing like mega marathons are absolutely just pissing and shitting where and whenever they can.
Pretty sure they set up stations with porta potties and stuff.
You're chasing that PR, man. You can't.
But with like a mega marathon, I'm pretty sure that's built into the PR. Like you can't go the whole race without it. So you just run slightly faster like any other race.
I don't know. I'm kind of...
If you're sweating out that much, I don't think you need to pee anymore. If you just are constantly expelling fluids elsewhere, there's no reason to pee. Come on, guys.
That's how it works.
You know, that amount of exercise, your body is moving at peak efficiency. You don't make poop. You just use all the food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And as we all know, pee is stored in the balls, which are notoriously shrunk up when you're doing mega marathons.
There's nowhere to store it. Your balls are shrunk up. There's nowhere to store the pee. What the fuck are we doing?
We are doing News of the Week. Red Candle Games just decided to sell the Steam band Devotion themselves. Take that, Chinese government. Enjoy the 36 other games on Steam in China.
Yeah, I love how you're trashing the Chinese government there, but the people that are suffering are citizens of China.
Yeah.
Take that, Chinese government. And it's like, meanwhile, like if Xi Jinping wanted to play a banned game, they would let him. Like, the government's not the one that's suffering, it's the people.
But sir, that's against the law. I am the law.
Yeah. We went for it. Sylvester Stallone is Xi Jinping in
Oh my god.
Winnie the Pooh, Vengeance.
I'm picking up everything you're putting down right now. I'd watch that movie. I will give you $12 to see this movie if theaters can still be a thing.
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone as an Asian oligarch.
Oligarch.
I'm not saying it's going to be good or unoffensive. I'm saying I would watch that.
I'm down. Get on it.
Twitch streamer George Not Found was banned twice in 2 days for harassing himself, which... relatable, you know? We've all been a little too hard on ourselves.
Give us the lowdown. What does harassing yourself mean? Is that like just masturbating?
What? So basically, I forget the context of why, but his main account was put on hold for whatever reason by Steam. So he switched to one of his backup accounts, which I think was named Not George Not Found. And then Twitch banned that because... No, you're impersonating this yourself. That's not allowed. Get out of here.
Classic.
Yeah.
This is not George Not Found. God.
I know people working at Twitch are in a weird position because... nobody else is doing what they're doing at this volume, so they are creating a lot of these policies and systems, but not great, not ideal. Bandai Namco puts out a statement regarding the rise in anti-Asian sentiment stoked by former President Donald Trump and other conservative figures, and now other companies have expressed similar sentiments after the Atlanta shootings.
So what games does Bandai Namco make nowadays? Fighting games, right?
Yeah, mostly a lot of branded games for various anime. I think they...
Which are all fighting. I guess like beat 'em ups and roguelike and all those
buzzwords.
They did all the Dragon Balls. What do they got? What do they got coming up?
They did all the Dragon Balls. I don't know. It's a fun sentence that I enjoyed.
Oh wait, shit! They're making Elden Ring. Forgot about that.
Well, maybe they are. we don't know for sure.
I forgot they're technically
Elden Ring.
I forgot they're technically the Dark Souls people too. A Zoid's Wild Infinity Blast 2021, whatever that means.
2021. I was like, yeah, that sounds like a game made in the mid-aughts or something for the Xbox original. Like, nope. That's a 2021 game.
AAA.
Project Cars 3, which I assume is a tie-in to the Cars movie franchise, and I'm not going to investigate that.
Okay. It's kind of not.
Project Cars is definitely not.
Yeah.
Not related to Cars.
Also, wasn't the original Cars video game actually considered pretty good by most people?
I have no clue.
Yeah, I think low-key, I've seen like a lot of people on YouTube, and they always say like, I mean, they actually made a really solid game. Out of the first Cars game.
Is this going to get Battle for Bikini Bottomed in a couple of years? We're going to get the PlayStation 5 remake of this game?
They said it had really good co-op, and like I think it might have even had like online multiplayer, which is insane for the year that Cars came out, and then like a solid story mode with good mechanics. Like,
Jesus, how do we get back there?
I want to go back.
Yeah, though obviously not a great time to be an Asian American in the U.S. right now. Best of luck to that community and our sentiments there. Fortnite news! As part of the latest season, Fortnite removed the Banana Man skin from the game. Will people remove the game from their systems in response?
I know you didn't mean to do it this way, but
yeah.
And obviously, just hearts out to the Asian community. Fortnite news! Banana skin is out of the...
I want to die.
What is our show? What is our show?
They killed Peely.
I don't cares.
Ryu.
Did they remove him from the game, or if you had this skin, you can no longer use it, or is it just no longer purchasable?
I don't know. All I know is that Ryu fired off a Hadouken that murdered Peely. Which, if Peely counts as a person, that is, wow, Ryu kills people now. It's not great.
Back in Season 9, apparently, Jonesy turned Peely into a smoothie to survive while locked in a bunker. So Peely's died before.
Chapter 1, Season 9. Now we're on Chapter 2, Season 6. What?
Wait, chapters have seasons? What?
That's how it works. Haven't you ever read a book, Lucas? Damn.
No, I haven't.
Pathetic.
I cannot wait for Fortnite to do Chapter 3, Season 10 or whatever the fuck. And then it's done. They're end of Book 1. Fortnite Book 2. Coming soon. Thanos is gay.
I don't think Peely was removed from the game. I think Peely just got killed in a trailer. Oh. Which, like I said, he has been killed before.
Okay.
He was turned into a smoothie. Turned into a smoothie, frozen in carbonite to announce the Mandalorian's arrival. He was hunted by the Predator, which they didn't show his death on screen, but let's be honest. If you're being hunted by the Predator.
Wow.
Your days are numbered.
Predator considers Peely a worthy challenge. Okay. Huh.
Absolutely.
Damn.
Peely is an arcane horror that must be removed from existence.
Yeah, no, he's not hunting for sport right now. He's hunting for necessity.
Yeah.
This thing must die.
As a transition, so that we don't have as blunt of one like last time, the original Cars video game was an open world racing game.
Oh my god. Ambitious.
You could fucking drive around to different locations and start different missions. So,
okay.
Fun Cars fact.
That's kind of big for what I think was probably 2006, 2007.
A 2006 video game based on a Pixar movie.
Hot damn.
Oh, also, Laura Croft is going to be in Fortnite to celebrate the 25th anniversary of that character. And
is she as thick as Chun-Li?
I can't think of a better way to honor an innovative character than to put them in Fortnite.
I don't know if she is as thick as Chun-Li. She is as thick as the one of the default female characters, though. Because I just realized that they are just the same person.
Pretty similar.
Yeah. Different t-shirt.
Same thing as when they actually put John Wick in the game.
Right?
It was well, we already got the one. This guy just looks a little bit more like Keanu Reeves than the other one.
Just dial up the Keanu slider 20%. Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, is John Wick Keanu Reeves? That's just a question. I'm like in canon for fictional things, are the performers the definitive version of the character?
Huh.
Like, is the Fortnite version of John Wick every bit as much John Wick as Keanu Reeves in the films, walking down a hallway shooting at a guy with a silencer in a giant crowded mall or some shit?
Or
I would say yes.
Okay. Well, then let me phrase it like this. Could John Wick have like a James Bond thing going on where in 10 years we have a different John Wick?
Yeah.
And someone else takes up the mantle of Jonathan Wick. And then 10 years after that, we're on our 5th John Wick. There's a box set with all the John Wick DVDs. People are debating on which one was better. Was Keanu the best John Wick because he was the OG, or was the transformative Chandler Riggs John Wick better?
And then
you're just looking for a young actor.
I know,
and you landed on Chandler.
Like, who's going to be in their 30s in like 10, 15 years?
30s? Keanu Reeves was what? Like 55 when that movie came out?
Yeah, I don't think he's supposed to be 55, though.
I don't know how old John Wick is canonically.
And then in 40 years, we're going to get a kind of parody series called Bill Candle that, is pretty popular in its own right. But then the John Wick people are like, what do we do? What do we do now? We can't make it campy. We just got to double down on this shit. How do we make this more hardcore? And everybody's just kind of like, eh.
They must have added so much lore. I only saw the first John Wick movie. That's not John Wick's name. Did you guys know this?
No, he's like Russian.
Jardani Jovanovic. Yeah, he's Belarusian.
John Wick is a JoJo.
Oh my god.
Wait, Jovanovic makes you a JoJo?
Confirmed.
Does it just have a Joe last name? That's all?
Yeah, that's all it takes.
So are Johnsons all JoJos?
I mean, it depends on how homoerotic they are, but yes.
Is John Wick
homoerotic? Ask that at the same time.
You guys don't think John Wick could get it? Come on.
That's not what homoerotic means. John Wick wasn't in the movie Top Gun playing shirtless volleyball and chest bumping after an epic spike, bro.
Also, I don't know if John Wick is charismatic. John Wick is just kind of suave and then a brutal killer.
Is he even suave?
I guess I don't even know. He just dresses nice sometimes until
wears
he's covered in
suit.
blood and bullet holes. And glass everywhere.
Yeah. I could see it. And then like there's the whole debate of like the same thing with James Bond, where it's like, is James Bond a title or is James Bond a human?
Yeah.
Like is John Wick a title?
These movies have spanned like 40 years and they never really address it. So like what's going on here?
And a million different actors. And to my awareness, no two actors have ever interacted with each other, which kind of does make it lean, I feel like, towards that they're just the same person that is being reprised by different actors.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that debate would start. Is John Wick a human being, or is John Wick more of a niche that is filled by someone? And then they adopt the name John Wick.
Yeah. I think the most recent John Wick movies actually did put that to rest, that James Bond is an actual person. His name is James Bond. It has always been James Bond. He is not James Bond number 4. Daniel Craig is playing the human being James Bond. And that I guess all the other ones are also James Bond, and they are just rebooting the series.
So they went with the less fun explanation then. The least fun explanation, maybe.
I mean, I'm all for a Dread Pirate Roberts thing going on, but like...
Right?
It's not like that interesting.
I feel like for their fans, though, they might want to keep it all. It almost doesn't make it canon, right? If like they do become different people in their eyes. So if you're watching Daniel Craig jump off a train and dome a dude with a pistol at 40 meters away, like as he's action rolling away, like you might not connect that to Pierce Brosnan seducing a woman at the bar. Like if you don't say definitively these are the same guy, you would just be like, okay, so Pierce Brosnan Bond is doing completely different shit that is completely irrelevant. So
no, Daniel Craig is just doing his thing, and then Sean Connery shows up and interrupts his rap battle in a wetsuit. It's fine.
Sean Connery's dead, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He died a couple months back.
Yeah, I feel like I remember him dying.
Yeah.
You can get a lot of them, though. It's been how many? 5?
I couldn't tell you. Okay.
I'm pretty sure 5.
All right, next up, 3 people who have a stake in Riot Games remaining profitable say that they haven't found any evidence of CEO Nicolo Laurent sexually harassing employees as the company is being sued for sexual harassment and paying women less than men.
Guys, we did a thorough investigation, and I can tell you, I didn't find out anything that I did wrong.
Yeah. There's also been 7 James Bonds.
7?
Yeah. And I think that you and me both landed at 5, Andrew, because I've never heard of 2 of them. David Niven and George Lazenby. I know Sean Connery. I know Sean Connery. I know Roger Moore. I know Timothy Dalton. I know Pierce Brosnan. And I know Daniel Craig. I don't know who the fuck those other 2 guys are.
I don't think I know Timothy Dalton.
Timothy Dalton was in the Cornetto trilogy. I think he was in. Was it not? Let's fuck. What's that? What's the cop one? Hot Fuzz. I think Timothy Dalton was in Hot Fuzz.
Timothy. Looking for a picture now.
Yeah.
It should be. Oh.
Yeah, Timothy Dalton was the creepy guy.
Yeah.
Who kept like driving around and seemed like the obvious perpetrator.
Wait, is he still working? I think I reckon. Oh shit, he's on Doom Patrol. Huh.
Okay, so David Niven and
him.
George Lazenby both only made 1 James Bond movie.
Oh.
And I think David Niven's movie might not really be canon. Because
is there a canon?
Wait, what?
Because he was in Casino Royale, a movie that came out in 1967 that I've never heard of. I thought that Daniel Craig's Casino Royale was the first movie version of that James Bond story.
They got to him. They got to Andrew. He got too deep.
Andrew speaking the truth and kicked out of the call.
Yeah, the government found out that I was, getting too close to the bottom of the conspiracy.
Andrew, let's be honest. We all know that you're a government agent that has replaced the real Andrew. That's what happened in those 5 seconds of downtime.
I'm all face app, baby.
Yeah. Hey guys, you know what? Turns out, the Bond movie was canon. It's not a big deal. Don't even look at it anymore. It's totally chill.
Yeah, stop looking into this now. I can just tell you probably want to stop looking into this right now.
Wait, so
whatever you do not Google Timothy Neven again.
Was the Daniel?
That's not his name. Oh, isn't it David Neven?
Oh God! Oh God!
You can't prove that. You can't prove it.
Oh no, we caught him on camera.
Furiously deleting all internet records.
Yeah, the closed captioning. We've got a transcript.
So was the Craig Casino Royale a remake then of the old Casino Royale?
Well, they're based off of books. There was a series of James Bond books written in, I think, the 30s or 40s. And Casino Royale was the first one of them. And then they made, the Sean Connery movies. I think most of them were based on individual books. Some of them were their own stories. And then they made God knows however many fucking James Bond movies. Every once in a while, they would take one of the original stories and turn it into a movie. But a lot of them were just original ideas. And Casino Royale, they had made after the Sean Connery James Bond movies, as I think they were trying to reboot the series and get back into an actual narrative. And I think it just did really poorly, and they just dropped it. But then the Daniel Craig James Bond movies, I think, are supposed to take a lot from the original stories. And so they started it with Casino Royale, and it's the beginning of that James Bond story.
This sounds kind of like when Game of Thrones got through all the material in the books, they just said, fuck, we're out of books. Let's do Dance of Dragons again. Let's just get back in there. People won't care.
Yeah. This time we'll include Danny's half-brother, ? That we completely left out last time? Yeah.
D&D
also,
kind of forgot about Danny's half-brother.
I feel like everyone now is probably in the know that he's not, that he's an imposter, and that's a twist that George R. R. Martin was planning, which is lame that got spoiled for all the book readers, because there was a huge argument over whether or not he was legit, and now that they went through the rest of the entire story, and he not only never showed up, but there wasn't ever any conflict, it kind of means that he doesn't have anything to do with the end of the story. So yeah. Also, can't ever talk about James Bond canon without reminding everyone that fucking Mike Myers changed that super successful movie franchise forever by bullying it into submission and making it take itself seriously. Because they used to be pretty campy.
Yeah. They were super goofy. And then he just took away... he just absolutely took the wind out of their sails and fuck, now we just gotta make actual spy movies. Yeah. Fuck.
Super edgy shit. God fucking damn it. Fuck. I don't know, throw more beheadings in. I don't know what to do, man.
More sex, but gritty sex, not fun Austin Powers sex.
Gritty sex.
Zack Snyder sex.
Oh my god. Weird aspect ratio ramping. Sex.
No, there's got to be speed ramping. It's
no.
Speed ramping.
Don't get into any kind of rhythm. The person receiving it can't enjoy themselves at all in this Zack Snyder sex.
Gritty.
Sony bought Evo. No one's indie forever. There you go, guys.
God damn. Is that the one with the penguin?
Maybe? I don't really know what you're talking about.
I feel like this is the one that I saw. It's where Funhouse played it, and John Smith played as a penguin, and everyone got really mad at him.
No, Evo is a fighting tournament. It's an event.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a game.
No.
Yeah. What game do they play? Or do they play a lot of fighting games?
They play a lot of games, and in fact, it was kind of an issue because Smash is a big thing at Evo, but now that Sony owns it, it's kind of... Are they allowed to still play that there? But then Sony kind of put out a statement saying, yeah, we're cool with it. Nintendo
might not be.
No, that's fair.
Do they have a say?
They could put out like
was Nintendo already... Was it already licensing, though, like for the old tournament?
I don't know. It could have been.
Because I would guess if they weren't, that Sony could then take them to court and be like, well, you allowed it when they weren't associated with us, and now you're selectively enforcing your copyright or whatever. No idea.
Guys, Nintendo's bullying me.
Guys, no fair. We're both Japanese. What's the big problem?
Oh, God. Andrew, go for it.
This is just a quick update from something we talked about a while back. There has been a Dying Light 2 update. It's like a 2.5, 3-minute video that the devs put out that started out being like 2 solid minutes of them just reading mean tweets that people have sent them, saying like, why the fuck isn't Dying Light 2 out? What are you guys doing? Like, I really want this game to come out. Why are you guys so stupid? And it was really awkward.
Right.
You know, just them reading like messages that people sent them talking about how much they fucking hated them because the game wasn't out yet. And they're like, yeah, well, we'll show you. And then it said like Dying Light 2021. No actual release date, just that it'll come out in 2021. And then like a 30-second teaser with nothing really on it.
So you're telling me if I send mean, borderline harassment messages to Dying Light, they will read it in front of an audience of millions of people?
I guess. Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
Because it could have been
turned to trigger fingers.
Yeah. Twitter fingers
better watch your
trigger fingers.
I was thinking the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know, man. That's cringy.
Yeah.
I didn't see the teaser. Was it like Elder Scrolls 6 where it was just a JPEG that the camera flew through?
No, it was just 30 seconds long of like very short snippets of like gameplay or footage or, you know, cutscenes and stuff like that. Like someone jumping across a building and hitting a zombie and then punching a dude in the face and driving a car and hiding under something. Like you couldn't tell what was going on because it was just a teaser. Like if they had just released a 30-second teaser with that sort of stuff and then at the end said 2021, that'd be one thing. But the first 2 minutes was a very long process of just Dick Slayer 420 says, go kill yourself. Like,
wait, did they actually?
No.
Did they actually read out the handle? Okay.
No. Actually, I think they did read out the handles.
You are just validating this behavior, you pieces of shit.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It was super weird.
We got a comment here from Dixie Normus. Why don't you guys go die in a hole? All right, well, here comes another comment from Jenna Tools.
Oh, no! No!
They victimize us! Don't you see what they're doing?
Wow. This was dumb.
Did they play the Everybody Hurts song like they do on Fallon or whatever? No, it's Kimmel, I think, does that, right?
I don't think they did. I'm not watching it again.
Oh, that's fair.
I want you to. I don't want to watch it, so why don't you do it again and answer my question? Yeah. No, that's pretty wild. That made me think of, though, the Elder Scrolls 6 thing. When was that? Was that like E3 2016 that they did that, like, just fly through the, like, landscape and they were like, Elder Scrolls 6, baby.
2019.
Really? Was that? No way. It was that recent.
2018. It was E3 of 2018.
Elder Scrolls 6 trailer.
I knew
it was seriously just like a. Ooh,
Yeah,
look, backdrops.
They flew through a landscape. It could have been just like a JPEG.
We talked about that in like the 5th episode of this podcast.
That was almost 3 years ago.
Fuck.
And there's just been nothing since.
No, not nothing. They got bought out by Microsoft. That's something.
Yeah,
No.
we won't be able to play it. That's what happened.
That's the development.
We don't have to care about it anymore. We're not going to be able to play this game.
And then Sony sues them. Guys, Microsoft's being mean to me.
Yeah.
Sony's just like a little beta. Guys,
They have
you're not
exclusives.
playing fair. That's not fair. We didn't share Last of Us with you, but that's not fair.
Mom says it's my turn on Halo.
Halo becomes a Sony exclusive.
They sue Microsoft into giving them all of their exclusives. Not to make things cross-platform. Just
Yeah, no, we want them.
hand over the exclusives.
All your exclusives belong to us.
And then last up for news, alleged human trafficker and Washington football team owner Dan Snyder is accused of running another astroturfing campaign to improve his public image as his control of the team becomes more tenuous.
I just realized the similarity of Dan Snyder, owner of the Washington football team, and Dan Schneider, the creator of Nickelodeon children's shows and known pedophile. Like,
Maybe they're the same guy. Maybe they're the same guy.
We've never seen them in the same room at the same time.
That's a lot of baggage for one human being.
Man's got problems. He owns
God.
he owns a pretzel company. He owns a football team. He assaults children. He produces children's shows
that show children in compromising situations.
Yeah, he sells cheerleaders to foreign dignitaries.
He would be one of the worst human beings who has ever not killed someone. If that,
we don't know that he hasn't killed someone.
That's true. We don't know if Dan Snyder or Dan Schneider has ever killed someone. But like, assuming they haven't, he hasn't because they're the same person. Like, he would be top 10 worst human beings to not have murdered someone. Like, it'd be impressive at what type of record he's racked up. It's almost like a no-kill speed run.
I've done so many bad things.
But I won't do that.
I have ethics. I'm a man of character. I don't kill people. I'll do anything else. Anything else.
I'm Batman. I got one rule.
Batman is just a human trafficker.
Yeah, Batman's a huge piece of shit, but he won't kill anyone for some reason.
Yeah, he sells like fentanyl. They're like, you've definitely led to the deaths of hundreds. I
didn't make him take it. Plausible deniability.
I don't have to save them.
I mean, I'll not pull a guy off of a train that's about to collapse, but I won't do a mercy kill.
I didn't kill that man. Gravity did.
Yeah. He literally might as well use his grapple gun to pull people onto the roof and then just cut him loose and say, I didn't kill him, I just didn't save him after he fell. Like,
he stops a man's heart, doesn't resuscitate him.
I had the technology to save him, and I just chose not to save him, which makes it not murder anymore.
Straight up just hires hitmen. He's like, I didn't kill him. I just paid a guy some money.
Just all the technicalities in the world.
It's a really good Robot Chicken sketch where Batman is about to kill the Joker, but then he stops, and the Joker's like, haha, I win! And Batman's like, well, let's give it a minute. Takes him to court. He gets the death penalty.
Yeah. No, exactly. I imagine him pulling out all the stops. Yeah, like he goes to court. He runs over someone with the Batmobile, goes to court, gets convicted of vehicular manslaughter, and he's like, I didn't kill him. That's vehicular manslaughter. That's definitely not the same thing. I was driving negligently, like, definitely not murder.
He's setting up Rube Goldberg machines that do eventually just pull the trigger of a gun. Yeah. But he's like, I was so many steps removed, my hands are clean. You think I killed someone? I pushed over a domino.
No, that's it. Man. Don't we all kill someone in some way? If you cross the street at the wrong time, leading to a complex chain reaction which ends in a husband killing his wife, did you kill the wife?
God says that hating someone is murder of the heart. We really gonna outlaw hate? I know you guys aren't gonna do that.
Come at me, motherfucker.
There's not a jury in the world that'll find me guilty. Sure, some of them might be like, yeah, he did it, but yeah, we don't want him to suffer the consequences. I forget what that term is called in the moment.
Did I pay all of the jurors to recognize jury nullification and say that while I was guilty, they did not think that the punishment was suitable for me? Yes. That means I'm not technically guilty of murder. They delivered a not guilty verdict.
No, it's not that Batman doesn't kill people. Batman doesn't get convicted.
Yeah. Which, as we all know, morally means that he's completely in the clear. Mm-hmm. If you are acquitted of a crime, that means you are morally not responsible for it.
No, Batman's an atheist. He only cares about the eyes of the court.
And that's what atheism is, right?
Yes.
The only morality that you recognize
is that of the
anything because
there's no afterlife.
Oh, God. I just realized that if Batman were real, he would absolutely be a libertarian.
Look, man, I just don't think that, like, a 30% corporate tax rate makes any sense. Like, wait, you're Bruce Wayne. What? No, what? I could be anyone. I just think that, like, billionaires pay their fair share in taxes, and maybe we should cut them some slack sometimes. That narrows it down to like 4 guys. Like, there's only like 4 billionaires younger than 40. Like,
they should also be allowed to just beat up poor people if they commit misdemeanors.
If they're caught with a possession amount of marijuana, I should be allowed to take out my anger and daddy issues on them. That's just science.
Do you guys even watch Ben Shapiro's show?
Is that Ben Shapiro's
The man gets a bad rap, but honestly, he only focuses on the facts.
He destroys people, like me.
Except he uses his facts weapons and logic, and I use guns.
He uses facts and logic, and I use holds up fists, facts and logic. Me and him are 2 sides of the same coin. Not Two-Face's coin, that's a different thing. And that's not canon, that's just in the Chris Nolan movies.
I hate immigrants.
Okay, 5e Fox. I'm glad you said it, not me this time.
There's no good transition off of this. We are going into the meme corner.
The memes.
Have you guys seen the mini meme where guys aren't having sex since 2008?
Oh yeah, I did. And then the Avengers. Mm-hmm. Look, correlation is not causation, but correlation can point to an underlying connection.
I did see someone, a hole in that logic is a hole in your logic. A hole in that survey was, the question was, what percentage of men had a female sex partner? They're like, what if these dudes are having sex and it's just not with women? Do they count as virgins? Like,
Jesus Christ.
it's like,
I mean, that's the age-old thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's super heteronormative, our current definition of virginity.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's already a thing, is that, there's probably people, like, hundreds of thousands of gay people that die, quote-unquote, virgins. Like,
as a very
with many sexual partners and maybe even, like, a lifelong, like, spouse that they've loved to death and, like...
virgin.
Fucking virgin.
Okay, cool.
Pathetic loser.
So I'm allowed to donate blood then? Like, that's all fine?
No.
Oh,
no,
wow.
because you don't understand the like the variances between your population, like, and specifically with like the AIDS virus, which we need to just like that's a super bad thing, man. Like,
Also, if you think about it, gay people die the purest of all Christians because they die virgins.
the poop hole loophole. Can't have premarital sex if you're never having sex. Taps forehead.
You can't have premarital sex if you never get married. It's not premarital sex. There's no post-marital.
Well, what if they had a spirit spouse? How does that affect it?
It's back.
Fucking crazy ass callback.
Right?
One
Never
I did
would've
not
guessed.
see coming.
Ugh. All right. They're...
Looks like we got another meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, the stimulus check memes are fucking fire.
I wish I could participate in them, but for some reason my stimulus check is not going to direct deposit this time.
A little
God
weird.
damn it.
You'll get it in the mail. And hey, the postal service is very reliable. So
Cool.
but yeah,
I did enjoy...
I'm so happy.
the memes of
enjoy-
people. Or sorry, go ahead, Lucas.
I did enjoy your tweet. What was it? Bank account 1,400. Me at half price books. I'd like the whole price books, please.
Yeah. Yeah, me and half price books. Bring out the full priced ones.
That was pretty good.
Thank you, Lucas. There's some pretty good ones out there. Bank account $1,400. Me at McDonald's. I'll have an ice cream, please. Machine's broken. All right, how much to fix it?
Also, I just want to point out that Lucas just like IRL retweeted Andrew's tweet.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I'm a homie.
Yeah.
I support my buddies
Yeah,
on Twitter.
Man gave me some free clout.
Come on.
IRL. We have a function for retweeting tweets.
I retweeted that
made
tweet.
Sure to,
Yeah, he did.
yeah, I know, and you made sure to then retweet it in person IRL.
Let it be known, Lucas the writer is a friend to his friends.
He's got your social media back.
Hey,
There you go. Yeah.
put me on your podcast. Promote the shit out of that. And I'm also about to promote the shit out of Bravely Default 2 in The Breakouts. Well, Andrew and Ryan check their phones and get some water. I beat up the night guy who stopped me from getting the Earth Crystal. Turns out he had a tragic backstory, no longer brainwashed now. Found an evil painter who was fucking with everyone. She's a psychopath. Beat her up, and then... It's ironic that we were talking about Batman before, because very much a situation where we just didn't save her. Didn't kill her, but, like, you know, the cave we were in was collapsing, so we, like, got out of there. She didn't. Could have grabbed her. Could have helped there, but no, she did.
Good.
Also, this game might be doing a Metal Gear Solid 2 in that it is just a retelling of the first game, because I think the protagonist in this one might also be dead? I don't know. Interested to see where that one goes. Australian Knight and his vaguely Swedish boss are back. Can't wait for the sexual tension between these two to ramp up during this next side quest. It did! I killed a flower monster, gave a sick girl some magic mushrooms, and yeah, These two side characters are getting into it. Rescued the sentient orc reunited the sentient orc with his human pal, and then helped a guy overcome his imposter syndrome, earning me another job that I will probably never use. Also, dragons are apparently a thing in Bravely Default 2, which is surprising to the characters in that game for some reason. If orcs and shit are real, dragons should be also. Also, dragons are adorable. And, hey, this new village I'm in, they're doing fucking witch trials. I walked in there and was like, hey, lady, you're accused of being a fairy. And she's like, I'm not. Well, let's let our dragon god decide. And then pushed her off a cliff.
And you didn't save her either.
That one we didn't have any means to. That one was out of our control. But yeah.
That's fair.
That's what's going on in that game. Andrew, what's going on in the Control game?
I beat it. At least the main story.
Yeah.
Control.
How was it?
It's a good game. It's really fun to play. The story is engaging. Not like, I'm not gonna say that it's like the most fantastic thing ever, but the world that they've built, this little world, and the characters in it, like, super engrossing. Just reading all of the weird little lore shit, trying to figure out what the hell is going on and just being confused the whole time. It's great. Combat's super fun. Really flexible. Being a superhero with a gun that shape-shifts. Just a shape-shifting gun.
Rad.
Flying around, throwing rocks at people. All that kind of shit. It's a good time.
How's it running on the PlayStation 5?
Very smooth.
Okay, I heard it was unplayable on the 4. So I know the plot of this game is loosely, you're a woman, excuse me, whose brother goes missing. You check to see where he was working at the Bureau of Control. Somehow become the head of that, and then, yeah.
Yeah, so the thing is, in the game, you play as Jessie, who's been on the run since she was a kid, and something, it's a very much like a cosmic horror, like multi-dimensional shit. Like, that's what the Federal Bureau of Control deals with. Something basically erased everyone in her town except for her and her brother. And the Federal Bureau of Control showed up and took her brother away. So she's been on the run and also looking for him for like 15 years. And so she finally finds the Federal Bureau of Control, goes in there, it's on lockdown, but she's able to get in somehow anyway because she has magic powers and shit. And the Hiss, she comes up with the name the Hiss. It's just like a invisible force that's controlling people type thing. Has basically taken over most of the people in the building, and you gotta figure out what the hell's going on. The current director shoots himself with this magic multi-dimensional gun, and she picks it up, and then because she picked it up, it's like, you're the new director, and everyone just immediately accepts her as the director. All the photos of the old director change to her. All of the documents that you find reference her as the director. There's a point in the game where you're finding things that are like blacked out on documents, and then she says like, oh, let's, I'm gonna call it the Hiss. And as soon as she does that, everyone just immediately accepts it. All the documents change to reference it as the Hiss. It's crazy. There's a Finnish janitor who just is kind of walking around. We don't know what the hell's going on with him. He's like friendly, kind of a dickhole. But Jessie talks to herself because there's like another being living in her mind, basically. So she'll talk to herself, and she's talking to you, the player. But as she talks to herself, the janitor can hear her and responds, and she just doesn't even notice. It's just like a thing. Just like, oh, okay, whatever. And then like at some point, she's like, oh, I can't get through this maze. I got to get to the next level, basically. Everything keeps changing. And so he just gives you headphones, and you listen to Finnish heavy metal on like a Walkman, and that helps you get through the maze level, which was super cool. just listening to heavy metal, flying around, doing shit. It's a very pretty game.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. Before we move on to the next thing, though, what is the weirdest thing you found while doing a playthrough of this game?
There is a fridge. So in the game, there are things called objects of power that are just regular world items. The gun that you have is one of them. The regular world items that have been like basically connected to other dimensions, and so they have special properties. One of which is a fridge that if you stop looking at it, if there's not someone with their eyes open looking at it, it like just goes fucking nuts. So you find a guy who is like, I've been trapped in here for days. And he's just staring at this fridge because like everything's on lockdown. He's like, I have no idea what's going on outside. I'm going to just fucking kill myself if I have to look at this thing any longer. Like, you need to get me out of here. And you do, but he looks away for a split second. Both of you basically get sucked into another dimension. We have to fight off a monster. He's gone. He disappears. No idea what happened to him. And then you get out of it, and you're like, guys, you forgot about Peter. They're like, oh, shit. Peter was looking at the fridge. Fuck. Completely forgot about Peter. Oh, well. What are you going to do?
So, yeah, the fridge is no longer going ballistic, though, right?
Yeah, no,
like,
because you defeated the monster
ripped to Peter,
it,
but...
So.
Okay. That is very fun. Ryan, what are you checking out?
I don't think I've been watching much. We watched the Bee Movie last night in an altered state of consciousness.
We are going right into the group chat, then. We got the Bee Movie. Oh,
but I think there was more breakouts I'm reading.
Oh, what? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Wow. Okay, I forgot one of mine, even. You got me excited for the Bee Movie. I watched Close Enough, Season 2. Pretty meh compared to the first one. This one focuses a lot more on the side characters, and none of them are interesting enough to carry even a 15-minute episode of television. That's all I got. Sorry, J.G. Quinzel. Hope you can find the regular show magic again. Andrew! MCU?
Yeah. I watched the first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, even though I said I wouldn't. It's not bad. It's solid. It's another MCU plotline. Fuck, guys.
Did they give Falcon a real hawk yet?
No, it's a drone.
Well, then I'm not interested. I will take my business elsewhere, thank you.
Also, Bucky, the Winter Soldier, is just trying to, like, live out his life. And they're like, yeah, we pardoned you. You need to go to, like, therapy and stuff. And he's like, I don't do good in therapy. I'm not from this time period. And then
that's not how that works.
His, like, old man friend sets him up on a date. But, like, no one recognizes him. No one knows that he's the Winter Soldier just because he wears gloves. And they're like, why are you wearing gloves? And he's like, I got bad circulation. And they're like, you talk like an old man. He's like, yeah, I'm like over 100 years old. And they're like, haha, funny. I'm like, we've done this before, guys.
Why does he wear the gloves if he's going to then, in the very next line, be like, yeah, I'm really old? Like, it's like, they take off the gloves and be like, I'm the Winter Soldier. You ever heard of him? Like,
he could...
That's me.
Put on a regular prosthetic. Like, there are people missing arms in the world, and that's not... a thing to raise an eyebrow
with,
at.
The kind of technology they have in the MCU, I'm sure there are regular people with robot limbs. It's not that weird.
Did he get a haircut at least or something? So
yeah, he has short hair.
Okay. Nobody can
what's
tell.
the problem with long hair?
Yeah.
Well, no, if he's like trying to disguise himself.
Oh, okay.
But like,
I thought that you were just like, God, what a freak. Like,
no, what? No.
Sure, he's got a metal arm that's like indestructible and shit like that, but like the long hair,
guys, it's Sebastian Stan. Any look is, yep, okay, cool.
Any look and we stand.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, like basically his storyline is trying to make amends from being a superhuman brainwashed assassin, which
You don't have to make amends for that.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
you're not morally required to do anything if you were not in control of your own body at that time.
Might cause some drama, but by the sound of it, like, the people that were affected by him are
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spoilers for Endgame, but yeah, the main guy who's pissed off at him is dead now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
And so far, Falcon's storyline is basically like trying to help out his sister and her struggling business because, I guess, newsflash, the Avengers don't make money. They don't have income.
What?
They don't. Yeah, like there's a whole thing where he's trying to help her get a loan, and the bank guy's like, "You have no income." And he's like, "Yeah, no, we mostly like rely on donations, generous people helping out and shit." He's like, "What?" He's like, and the bank guy's like, "That doesn't really make sense." And I'm like, "Yeah, that doesn't make sense."
Yeah, wait, how are donations not income?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, that's a thing.
It's a tax loophole that they're using.
Yeah.
No, we're a charity. I'm not a human. I'm a 501c.
Yeah.
Like, I don't pay taxes.
Yeah, but his whole thing is like, I resorted to having to like, I think he's like a contractor for the Air Force, which is super
I was gonna
weird.
say, they're not getting Fed money from Shield or whoever,
Yeah.
or like,
You're telling me that like Tony Stark didn't set up like an endowment or something?
yeah, they're getting some kind of stipend.
Yeah, it's not like he's one of the more minor guys. Like, he's up there. He does.
Yeah, if they want to cut
tiny.
Ant-Man out, fucking fine. But
I feel like, yeah, you could pay Falcon $80K a year and no one would bat an eye. Like,
No.
we're not saying he should be pulling down millions, but like, he could make a person in the army who's pretty high ranking type money. Like, I don't know.
Vision, not legally human though, so they do not pay him.
Vision can phase through a
I'm pretty
bank
sure
vault
Vision
and
doesn't
take
like
what
eat
he wants,
or even sleep.
You know, what does Vision want for? Vision doesn't need a space to live, as far as we know.
He can just sink into the ground and like,
Yeah.
just to make it, because he could just float up in the sky, but he's like, well, that would be weird. People would be uncomfortable, so he just floats under the ground for a couple of hours, and when the sun comes out, he pops back up.
Pretty much.
Also, I saw they got a discount Captain America running around in that.
Yeah, that was the end of the first episode. Because after Sam, Falcon, returned the shield, he basically put it in a museum and said, like, Captain America is gone. We need to remember his, mission and be good people because that's what he would want. Like, that sort of thing. At the very end of the episode, the government's like, America's failing. We need strong ideals. We have a new Captain America to look up to. And then it's just a dude.
Who plays new Captain America? Is it anyone of note?
Let me see.
They get Anthony Starr for that too. That'd be pretty great. He has a type.
Wyatt Russell.
He has a
Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn's kid.
Oh, really? This is
Wait, I know this dude. He was in
Overlord.
20. Was he in 22 Jump Street? Yeah, 22 Jump Street.
Who do you play in that?
He's Channing Tatum's new best friend.
Oh, the football player.
The quarterback.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. All right. Good for him working.
That's wild.
Good for him working. His dad's Kurt Russell. I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, his mom's Goldie Hawn. Yeah. He's set. Yeah. I'm happy. I'm proud of myself. I just want to throw it in there really quick that literally not a single ounce of wanting to watch this show.
Yeah, good for you.
I am completely done. I have held very strong, and I think I'm gonna be totally fine. I made it through WandaVision, which was a bit of a cultural thing,
right?
And at this point, I don't see how I get back on the wagon. I think I'm actually gonna do it. Actually gonna be done.
I wasn't going to watch it, and I was sitting around the other night, and I was really bored. I didn't really want to play video games or anything. I was flipping through YouTube, nothing to watch, trying to remember a show to watch. And even though I know there are dozens of shows you guys have recommended to me, I'm like, God damn it, I'll just throw on Disney Plus. Fuck me.
This dude still has not seen Chernobyl, and he is
the one thing I'll say
Falcon
about it
Winter
is it does have strong Captain America Winter Soldier vibes, which makes sense. It's the two non-Captain America characters from that movie.
Okay, Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, pretty...
No.
Sure, but she's the second biggest part of that movie. Yeah. So take away the two leads of the movie. Yeah. Watch Chernobyl, dude. You're going to love it. It's an incredible show. I cannot recommend it enough.
I don't know if we're meandering in the breakouts. I'll get into this more at the end of the quarter, but in the manga Jujutsu Kaisen, it was just revealed that the main villain in this series fucked the main character's dad and is maybe his mom.
Nice.
I'm your dad. Call me dad. Sorry, I don't think you guys get that reference.
No, I don't.
It's a really dumb song.
Nice.
And we're about to talk about a really dumb movie in the group chat.
Just fever dream.
B-movie.
Yeah.
Fucking wild.
What was it like sober, Andrew? I'm genuinely curious.
Wild. I felt maybe like I wasn't really sober.
I stopped following the plot before the first act break.
There were so many times where I thought this movie is about to end.
Right?
The acts are so distinct that like coming up on the end of the act feels like a climax of the movie. And I'm like, oh fuck, we're 32 minutes into this hour and 40 minute long movie. I'm like, what the hell's going to happen next? Oh, a courtroom drama. Okay. Yeah. We were doing some other shit before. Now we're in a courtroom drama. That's done. Oh, the bees won. Movie over, right? Wrong. End of the world. Yeah. All plants are dead.
We gotta save the world using spy shit and plane hijacking.
So like
the plot's literally like, I'm not even joking. I stopped trying to connect dots like about a third of the way through the movie. It was just, I was letting the movie wash over me like scene to scene. It was just like, okay, now we're in the hive. All right, now he's in a courtroom. All right, now they're in a hospital. All right, and it just like, I don't even know how any of these scenes are interconnected. I just know now we're watching a different scene. That's it. Fuck me, man.
I, for one, enjoy how the main character's central struggle was that he didn't want to be defined by his career for his entire life. And then the movie resolves that by, at the end, this guy's got 3 jobs. Yeah, you're a lawyer,
pollen jock?
Pollen jock.
Yeah. It's got a very specific name.
So here's the thing, though. The plot started out because, you know, we were introduced to Barry and his central struggle was, I don't know what I want to do with my life. I don't want to do the same thing over and over and over again. The rest of the movie had nothing to do with that. His struggle to like find out who he is and try to figure out what he wants to do with his life and, you know, trying to get rid of the mundanity of, you know, being a bee and all that shit. That had nothing to do with any of the things he did in the movie. And then, at the end, they're like, wow, he's got a bunch of shit that he's doing. Animal rights lawyer, florist, and, I don't know, bee celebrity pollen jock.
It's also canon that all animals can talk at the end of the movie, which means that they made a big deal about how it's bee law that you can't talk to humans. Apparently it's not bee law, it's all animals. And also, could bees talk to other animals before? Like, was that bee law too, or just not humans? And then how did no humans ever overhear 2 animals talking to each other?
Right.
And also, like, the bees were living in their life not really knowing that humans were stealing honey from other bees.
Somehow.
What about the fucking, like, farm animals? Were they just like, all right, guys, we gotta keep our nose down. Pretend to these humans that are controlling our lives and slaughtering us that we aren't sentient.
Yeah. The concentration camps over there, we're just gonna look the other way. Like, that's terrifying, yeah. I don't know. Or like, there's the scene with the pollen jocks. They're like screaming like at the top of their lungs, and like Vanessa never seems to struggle to hear Barry at just a normal talking volume. So when they're screaming as they fly through the air, how does no one ever hear a bee talk?
And so Vanessa has the moment of like, oh my god, a bee is talking. No one else has that.
No
one else has that. Even Patrick Warburton, he's just like, the fucking bee is here. God damn it.
They acclimate very quickly.
Good for Patrick Warburton. He's right. Everyone else is insane. He's not meant to be a good guy in the movie, but like that doesn't mean he can't be right in that instance where he's like, the fuck is happening? And also like it's such a weird asexual relationship, but like they're clearly a thing, right?
You know, they clearly have the hots for each other. They aren't friends. They are more than friends.
But they just don't want to dive into the sexuality of a bee and a human, so they just make it just this weirdly asexual, like they never even like embrace each other type relationship.
Even though there are a lot of jokes about how the bees fuck other bugs in a way that's problematic.
Scandalous.
Yeah, they're definitely portraying it in the like interracial couples and non-hetero couples and shit like that. They're like, man, I was with a cricket for a while years ago, and holy shit. God damn. He also says something about spiders. He's like, I know everyone thinks that spiders are the hottest thing because of all of those legs, but like I just can't get over the face. That's showing that like it's normal for bees to like want to fuck other insects and other animals
and other humans. Yeah. Human beings. I guess, well, like here's the analogy is obviously like if there were, I mean, what's the scale? If there was a 120 foot tall, somewhat humanoid insect, you know that there would be a bunch of humans that want to fuck it.
Oh, let's fucking go.
You just know. With where the internet is, that is not a maybe. That is a
of course we know. There are people out there that want to fuck just non-humanoid animals. Just regular old animals. People do that shit. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately for me, I have to live with it. The knowledge. God damn it.
Fuck.
What am I doing?
We are
not a good drunk watch, honestly, though. Like,
no, we gotta up our game for bad.
I think because I had fun watching that movie because we were watching it together and reacting to it. Yeah, I don't know if I would have liked it if I was fucked up.
It fucks with you a little bit. It's not a comfortable watch. No. Scooby-Doo, the live-action movie, was a fantastic drunk watch. Yeah. It was a load of fun. You could follow it. You could still make fun of the characters while not like just like getting your mind fucked every 4 seconds.
I think the biggest problem with the B movie is that it doesn't flow well. The transitions between each event and each scene are so jarring that if you're kind of out of it, that would mess with you so hard.
Yeah. It does show how, like, even though Scooby-Doo is not a good movie, it was a competently made movie.
Right.
Like, in comparison with the B movie.
There's also nothing in the B... The stuff in the B movie is weird and problematic. I'm not getting angry at that movie like I got angry at stuff in, I don't know, White Chicks.
Sure.
Yeah.
Weird movie, man. Don't necessarily recommend it.
Weird movie, weird podcast. But thank you all so much for listening to episode 136 of the Voluntary Viewing podcast. If you like what you heard, like, comment, subscribe, etc. Leave a rating, leave a review. Send us your questions and business opportunities to voluntaryviewing@gmail.com. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and YouTube if you aren't already listening to us here. Upload a variety of our highlight clips thanks to the efforts of Andrew. Also be sure to check out our Patreon. Join the likes of the terrific Tiffany Cole, sensual Richard Nixon, and Seki Badger. Check out the ActBlue link in the description down below if you'd like to help a collection of great progressive causes And last but not least, follow me on Twitter, @LucasDeRider. Hear about my running struggles. I lead an exciting life. You want in on that? You know you do. How are we sending people into their week?
Get vaccinated.
Yeah, be like Andrew.
You can. Get vaccinated.
ASAP.
Good luck out there getting vaccinated. Bye.